The Washington Redskins have a huge need at wide receiver and they are prime candidates to select more than one in the 2019 NFL Draft. The 2019 NFL Draft is nearly here and the Washington Redskins front office is undoubtedly filling out their draft board as we speak. There will be no shortage of draft-eligible receivers for 2019 and most of them could carve out solid careers in the league. How many? An extensive look at all of the wide receiver prospects from various scouting agencies reveals that as many as 40 receivers could be chosen, and more could be added as undrafted free agents. That is a huge number, in a year when the Redskins have a pressing need at the position. Advantage: Redskins front office. A quick look at the Redskins roster reveals the following locks at wide receiver when the final 53 players are announced: Paul Richardson, Josh Doctson, Trey Quinn, and J.U. Chesson, mostly for his special teams play. The only question mark in this group is Doctson. He could be a trade candidate, but that seems unlikely. Chesson could not be on the final roster if it comes down to a numbers game, but his value as a special teamer is undeniable. Other receivers on the current roster are long shots to be there this fall and any of them can be jettisoned immediately after the draft. So this begs the question, which wide receivers will the Redskins target in the upcoming draft? And how many? Let's answer the second question first. Most pundits and analysts seem to think the Redskins will add 2 receivers in the draft and possibly 3. A tight end can't be ruled out as well. The front office will have numerous opportunities to add solid receivers in each round, but the primary focus will probably be in the early and middle rounds. The one true first-round prospect is DK Metcalf of Ole Miss. Adding him with the number 15 overall selection in the first round is possible under several scenarios, but that seems unlikely. The Redskins could add an edge rusher or quarterback with that choice, but a tight end, offensive guard, cornerback, or free safety could be legitimate possibilities as well. In the second round, the team will have multiple chances to add a franchise wide receiver. Prospects include the J. Brown of Ole Miss, Deebo Samuel of South Carolina, Hakeem Butler of Iowa State, N'Keal Harry of Arizona State, Kelvin Harmon of NC State, Marquise Brown of Oklahoma, and Paris Campbell of Ohio State. These players are hoping to have huge impacts at the next level and their potential in the NFL appears limitless. Players who seem to be the best fit for the Redskins in this group include Harry, A.J. Brown, Samuel, Butler, Marquise Brown, and Harmon. There isn't much of a drop-off for receivers who are expected to go in the third round. With 2 draft choices in the third stanza, the Redskins could decide to quickly add a second receiver and the quality of players is still quite solid. The list includes J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Riley Ridley, and Andy Isabella. Would the Redskins select a receiver in consecutive rounds that early? It's not overly likely, but Arcega-Whiteside and Ridley could draw interest from the team. The Redskins do not have a 4th-round selection, but team president Bruce Allen has indicated that he wishes to have more draft choices, and that would mean a trade down to acquire more picks. DeMarcus Lodge headlines the group that could be chosen in the 4th and 5th rounds, but it would not be surprising to see the Ole Miss product slipping into the latter portion of the 3rd round. In addition to Lodge, Terry McLaurin, Jacoby Myers, Stanley Morgan Jr., Hunter Renfrow, Anthony Ratliff-Williams, and Terry Godwin are names to watch in the middle rounds. If the Redskins do add a 3rd receiver in the 6th or 7th rounds, there will be some hidden gems to consider. Headlining the list is Olamide Zaccheaus, a highly underrated receiver from Virginia. Other prospects in the latter rounds that could be added to the Redskins roster include Jalen Hurd, Preston Williams, David Sills, and Lil Jordan Humphrey. Williams comes with character issues, but is highly talented. Sills was once considered a top prospect, but he is a bit slow and can't separate from defensive backs. Next, Redskins' best 15 draft day steals in history. As you can see, the list is quite large and the Redskins certainly have a need for multiple receivers in this draft. The opportunities to select 2 or 3 players from this list will add to the intrigue in the coming days. Let's block ads. Why?